I'm Alfred Nobel, standing now before the imposing facade of the Nobel Museum in Stockholm. The crisp Nordic chill seeps through my long-gone form. Through the glass displays, I recognize the familiar elements of my life's work, the nitroglycerin formulas, the patents, and the very essence of my scientific pursuits laid out before me. I was a chemist, an inventor, and a man driven by the pursuit of progress. In my laboratories filled with the smell of chemicals and the hum of experiments, I dedicated my life to creating substances that could change the world. One of my most well-known creations, dynamite, was a double-edged sword. On one hand, it had the potential to revolutionize industries such as mining and construction, what we call industrial modernization in the historical context. On the other hand, I was acutely aware of its destructive capabilities. In the 19th century, the world was in the throes of rapid industrialization and technological advancement. The second industrial revolution was in full swing, with new inventions and discoveries emerging at an unprecedented pace. My work with explosives was part of this larger movement. I aimed to make construction and mining safer and more efficient. Dynamite, with its controlled explosive power, was a significant step forward in these fields. But when I read my own obituary, misreported as my death, which labeled me as the merchant of death, it was a wake-up call. I realized that my legacy could be defined by the destruction my inventions could cause, rather than the good they could bring. This realization led me to a momentous decision. I wanted to leave behind a different kind of legacy. So, I set aside a large part of my fortune to establish the Nobel Prizes. The idea was to reward those who had made outstanding contributions in the fields of physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, and peace. This was my way of promoting what I believed were the most important aspects of human progress, what historians might refer to as intellectual and moral advancement. Now, standing here in this museum, I see the faces of the laureates, those who have been honored by the prizes I established. They represent the best of humanity, the pinnacle of achievement in the respective fields. The young visitors, with their wide-eyed curiosity, look at the exhibits and learn about the history of the prizes. It warms my heart to see that my vision has endured. Yet, there's also a tinge of sadness. I see how the world has changed since my time. The very technology I helped develop has been used in ways I never intended. Wars have become more devastating, and the threat of global conflict looms large. The concept of peace that I so desperately wanted to promote through the Nobel Peace Prize seems as elusive as ever. As I stand here, the museum lights begin to dim, signaling the end of the day. The last rays of light fall on the portraits of the laureates, highlighting their determination and brilliance. I know that the Nobel Prizes are not a panacea for all the world's problems, but they are a symbol, a beacon of hope in a world often filled with darkness. My spirit lingers here in this museum in the memories of the laureates, and in the ideals that the Nobel Prizes represent. I leave this world with a hope that the pursuit of knowledge, creativity, and peace will continue to guide humanity forward, just as I intended when I set up these prizes so long ago.